Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina, everybody. I'm in the studio right now, and as you can see, we've got a lot of props today. I love it. I'm so happy to be joined by Arnisha from Angel Diaper Cakes and Crafts. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. What do you do, Arnisha?
So I'm a crafter.
Yeah.
Is what I call myself.
I can see that.
I do a lot of stuff, range from diaper cakes for the new moms to birthday decorations, retirement, anniversary, just anything crafty.
Yeah.
I'm your girl.
I'm a crafty girl too, so you're right after my heart here. We're kindred spirits. But you've got some really cool cups that have a little bit of elevated technology here that I've never seen before.
Yes.
Walk me through it.
So we have a few. The ones in the front, I call my conversation piece. These are glitter tumblers with hot and cold.
Love it.
Have like the little ice and your
That's
topping.
fun.
I know you go to the beach and have your straw, whatever. And then we have the kids' cups and
Good with the handles.
right.
That's
And
always
then
good.
that one, the reason why I like that one is because as the child grows, it turns into a big boy or big girl cup because it comes with an extra lid and straw.
Love
so
that.
you can use it for a longer time. And then
Very
we
cool.
have a camping cup for campers or guys who likes to walk outside, when time change at 5 o'clock and you need light.
gosh, yeah.
So you can still walk and have your light outside.
Look at that.
With your cup and your little handle and interchangeable lid.
Perfect.
And it tells you the temperature
Oh my gosh.
outside.
That is
then
very cool.
We have 2 different sized speaker cups.
Yeah.
So this one is a 30 ounce
Oh.
and they light up to the bottom and it comes with a handle and an extra bottom piece. So if you don't want to have the speaker with you, you can change it out.
Okay.
And the charge lasts for about 18 hours, full charge. So you can listen to music fully for about 18 hours.
So rechargeable, and then you just
It's
take
rechargeable.
it off to wash it?
Yep. You can unscrew it. This one is the one with no handle. This is a 20 ounce. This one is a 30 ounce. And you just unscrew the bottom.
Love that.
Wash
Easy
it like
peasy.
how you would anything. And screw it back on when you're done. And then inside you have the USB to
Nice.
charge it.
And we haven't even talked about this yet, but they're also decorated so cute. You can kind of customize.
You
and
can
stuff.
customize and put anything on here
Really?
that you like. Like for grandparents, they usually have. Like I did one for my mom with all the grandkids around it.
Very cute.
All her grandkids are on it, so now she has to get an updated one for the great grands.
Yeah.
And then we have our water bottle because summer is coming.
Oh my gosh, that is a huge
And this
water
is
bottle.
a
That's
100
a
ounce.
jug.
Yeah, this is a 100-ounce jug. So my favorite is drinking the tears of my haters.
I hadn't even read that yet. I love it.
So yeah,
I love it. I love
we
everything
have-
you do.
Absolutely. Then we have our centerpieces for
Very
your
cool.
table or decoration,
Yeah.
whatever, and your reef for the door, the wooden one. And then we have our vertical welcome sign over here. And then we have our starter
The
kit
baby box.
for the new mom.
Oh, such a
And
great
it
gift for new
comes
moms.
with a custom-made blanket
Love
in
that.
the back with the matching. This is the burp cloth.
Oh my goodness. So you can get a name
So-
put on there?
Absolutely,
Love
you can
that.
customize it because the hat
Little matching
and mittens,
socks. Oh, those are mittens.
the mittens and the caps.
That shows how much I know about babies.
Well, it's been a long time since I had one. So, and then we have things in here that they would need, like diaper wipes, the rash,
The
ointment.
essentials, you know.
Yeah, right. So,
Gotta have it.
absolutely.
I love it.
And then you
Okay.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Old Forester. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. We're going to be talking cocktails, but first we have to talk about family. And I'm joined by Melissa Ripp. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. This is the time to spend with your family, and you really want to connect with people.
Well, for me, I have family from out of town that come in for the holidays. My wife and I also just welcomed our first son to the world this year. So I think this year it's all about setting those new traditions and really spending that time off of technology, spending time with one another, playing board games, watching movies, and just enjoying each other's presence.
I love it. Congratulations, by the way. But you have a recipe to share with us.
I do. So an Old Fashioned is a classic bourbon cocktail and one that a lot of people love. Old Forester is a great bourbon for an Old Fashioned because we have a pretty nice spice profile in addition to those sweeter confectionery notes. And so it really is going to marry well and balance well with an Old Fashioned. But since it's the holiday season, we thought we'd do kind of a classic holiday take on an Old Fashioned with flavors like gingerbread and molasses and cinnamon. And we're going to start with our syrup. And this is typically a simple syrup in your classic Old Fashioned, but what we've done is take a 1/4 ounce of gingerbread syrup and a 1/4 ounce of molasses syrup. And those are ingredients you can find at your grocery store and local liquor store. 2 ounces of bourbon is going to be that next ingredient. And I use 1920 Prohibition style, which is a nice higher proof expression of Old Forester. I think it really kind of balances well with these sweeter flavors. But any expression of Old Forester is going to work really well for you here. And then last but certainly not least, we've got our smoked cinnamon bitters. These are actually custom bitters that we make in-house and we sell them on our website. So if that's something you'd like to add to your cocktail, it's something that's available to you. We're gonna stir this up in our mixing glass. We just wanna do it until the outside of that glass starts to frost over, and this is gonna give us both chill and some dilution. Water is just as important an ingredient as everything else in a cocktail. I also love to garnish with something cute. So we've got our little gingerbread people over here, and I'm gonna throw one of those on top along with a dehydrated orange. And that is a lovely cocktail. As long as you're enjoying responsibly, your friends and family can enjoy that as well. You can learn more about any of our Old Forester expressions at oldforester.com, as well as find this recipe and other holiday cocktail recipes you can make at home.
This segment was sponsored by Old Forester. The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Ultimate California Pizza. Well, guys, I'm holding a big check again, so you know what that means. We have another Crystal Apple winner, and today I am at Conway Elementary with Carrie Smith. Congratulations!
Thank you so much. I was so surprised today. I even did the boo-hoo cry.
It was very sweet. We had quite a moment there in your classroom,
Yes,
and you were not expecting this at all, right?
No, ma'am, not at all. But I am grateful and I'm thankful. We're in the season of being thankful, and I tell you what, this did my heart well. I love my babies, and they do so much more for me than I ever do for them. But I'm grateful for this award, yeah.
Well, tell me more about your babies. You teach 3rd grade here,
I teach
right?
3rd grade here.
Okay.
This is my first year teaching gifted and talent. But I've been teaching, this is my 5th year teaching this year. I've taught general ed, but my babies, they make me go every day. When I look at their face and they want to learn, it makes me want to teach even more. So I'm grateful to have them. And I know they're grateful to have me, I can tell.
They definitely are. But what got you into teaching in the first place?
Well, I wanted to become a teacher my 3rd grade year. My favorite teacher, Mrs. Snipes, if I could see her, if she's watching this, I love you, Miss Snipes. You helped me more than you will ever know. And what you did for me, I want to do for other children. So, Miss Snipes, I love you, and I'm living out the dream, what you taught me.
You definitely are. And I'm so glad that we're able to give these awards out to people like you because you're making such a difference in the community and these children's lives.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been described as a cheerleader to your kids.
I love to dance and I love to sing. So whenever you come by my class, we're either cheering, clapping, or chanting some kind of chant. And I always want them to feel great when they're learning. So we've got to have some kind of movement going and some kind of song going because it helps them to remember what we're going over in class. So that's how I learn, and I pass it on to them as well.
So you love frogs?
I love
Tell me
frogs.
about this.
I call them the leaping frogs because my motto is leap to higher heights. So I always believe we can start here, But by the end of the year, we're gonna be up here, no matter what. And so my babies do that every year. We start here somewhere, but we always end up at the top. So
I love it.
we're gonna keep leaping.
I love it. Well, again,
Yes, ma'am.
congratulations,
Thank you
Mrs.
so
Smith,
much.
for being our
Thank you.
Crystal Apple winner.
Thank you.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Ultimate California Pizza.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Little River Medical Center. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I am at Little River Medical Center, and I'm joined by Carly. Thanks for chatting with me.
Thanks for being here.
We are going to be talking about, it's the holiday season, which is typically a very happy time for people, but there can be a little bit of holiday blues, and you are the expert when it comes to this sort of thing, right?
Yeah, so we see a variety of concerns ranging from financial to time constraints to isolation and loneliness. People also are feeling the effects of that time change, that season change as we get into the holidays. It's dark out when they leave work at the end of the day.
And a lot of this stuff, obviously, we can't always control it. So what are some things that we can do to make us feel better during this time?
Sure, so if we want to consider starting with that time constraints, all the schedule changes, we have a bunch of holidays coming up all at once. Really making sure you keep a calendar for yourself and you are prioritizing what you can and can't do, or what maybe can, happen later or at a different time. That really helps with that time management and feeling less out of control with your schedule. Gift giving is big at this time of year, so the financial stress, stick to a budget, make sure you know what you're comfortable spending, what you can spend, and stick to that. Gift giving isn't always about the monetary or material item that you give. Remembering that you can give time, or you can give something that is more thoughtful or like handmade, something like that, to alleviate that stress. The seasons changing, that less daylight at this time. Try and get out for a walk during your day. Yes. Get out for a walk, go take a breather. Everybody can take a 5-minute break during their workday and come right back at your lunch hour. Go for, a little time outside, sit on a bench, sit at a picnic table, something like that, just to get that daylight in, because a lot of us do work indoors.
True. I also have a happy light. I don't know if it's truly scientifically proven, but I feel like, at least in my head, that it works. It gives that little extra boost whenever you can't get out in the sunlight too.
What is that?
It's a little light panel, and it kind of mimics the sun. It's some wavelength of light.
Oh, maybe
I'm
a
no
full,
scientist, but
full spectrum light.
yes, I think so.
Yes.
So I think it's
Okay.
supposed to kind of help with, melatonin, chemicals, that sort of thing.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about something that I think comes up around the holidays: boundaries. With yourself, with your family. How do you work through that with your patients?
So I think that connects a lot back to that schedule, right? So sometimes we are looking at an overbearing family, or maybe some family conflict during this time of year, and just prioritizing what you can and can't manage, and putting kind of a time boundary on how much time you spend with your family, just to alleviate that stress and that pressure of, oh no, maybe there's going to be conflict, or everybody needs to get along. It just kind of helps, mediate that.
Exactly. And you got to be taking care of yourself. What are some signs that people might think that they need to talk to somebody or see a counselor?
Sure. So, we're kind of used to seeing the fluctuation in mood and whatnot this time of year, but if it starts to persist past the holidays and it's becoming really, really unmanageable, consider talking to your primary care physician.
All right. Well, if somebody's interested in coming to talk to you or another counselor here at Little River, what's the best way to get in contact with you guys?
Absolutely. So we are an integrated care model. So if they make an appointment with a primary care physician with us, they can get connected to behavioral health care.
This portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Little River Medical Center.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.